Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. My name is Wilfred. So in this video, I'd like to share with you my early review of this brand new DLC, Hierophant class. I spent there about 55 hours playing this class, and I've, as you see in this video clip, Crimson Void Crusade 10 level above my character. That time was 98, and it's a 118 map. Not too hard. The affixes are quite forgiving, but it's nonetheless is plus 10, so it's quite a big deal. Now, I've live streamed this game for quite some time, and many of you ask me on the stream, say, how do you find the new DLC Hierophant class? And I would say this. I think if you have played this game since the beginning and you've played the base class like a Crusader, Psyker and Assassin, you've played the Tech Priest as well as the Battle Sister, and I think this class is quite a treat, because as a Hierophant class you got to control 4 character, up to 4 character, Battle Sister, Psyker, Assassin as well as Crusader, but not Tech Priest. They're not going to put a pack class on a pack class, I guess, but a little bit disappointing. Not Tech Priest. So if you play if already master other character, you kind of know what kind of build that you'll enjoy playing. This Hierophant class is going to be a treat to you, because whatever you've learned, experienced in the past is going to work in this class. So if you figure out that, oh yeah, this build worked for my Battle Sister, this build worked for my Psyker, Crusader, Assassin, it's going to work for Hierophant class. That's a plus point. The retinue member, you can take all 4 into the battle, or you can take less than 4. But I think you should take at least 3, if not 4, because whatever benefit that you kind of reap by not bringing the full team, I don't think it's worth it. Mathematically, it doesn't stack up, and that's my view. Now, it is fun design from an ARPG perspective. If you play action role-playing game like Diablo or Path of Exile or Grim Dawn or Last Epoch, you kind of know the character is going to be like, oh, it's going to be range, it's going to be melee, a little bit mix, or a pet. But the Hierophant class is a little bit different from the normal pet class, and I must say that it's interesting. All the retinue member have their own kind of skill trees, have their own kind of gear, as well as you can bring or 4 or less than that, have their own perk as well, and a perk is something that they can benefit each other. So the more retinue member you bring to the battlefield, the more perks you can enjoy of everything. So definitely it is a very different kind of class that you play. Unlike the Tech Priest, which is still my favorite class, you can summon pets, disposable pets. Hierophant class, you can only revive your fallen heroes. So if your retinue member kind of falls, then you can revive them. But reviving them takes time. It takes time to revive all of them. So I found that at the high difficulties, it is very hard for the retinue kind of members to survive. And here lies the problem of this class. And I think as someone who has spent 1,000 of hours playing ARPG, more than 800 hours playing this game, and I think I would recommend this to the developers, if I may, that they should rebalance this class in a tremendous way if they really want this class to work. First of all, the retinue member should be a lot more durable. They are fine at the campaign or early leveling level, but when you take on real difficulties or challenges, they fall really fast. And despite what you do, you can just issue commands, say heal yourself, defend yourself, move somewhere, they just die fast. That's a fact in life. And I spent a lot of time trying to revive them, as you see in this video clip, and this video clip is already a good one. And I've seen time and time again, many times, that they all just die, and I have to face the enemy myself. And as a Hierophant, without my retinue member, my DPS is actually sucks. It's terrible. So I have to rely on my retinue member to do the DPS. But if they can't survive, what can I do? Now, what's wrong with the retinue member? Couple of things. First of all, they only have 4 gear slot compared to the full gear slot for any main character, and all these slot cannot be shortcut. So you cannot put even a shard in it. You cannot say I want the +4 resistance or resist for per shard. You can't do that. So, and you look at your character and say, oh no, we are end game. We are not even resistant cap. Forget about damage reduction cap nor deflect cap. And I can't even get to the very basic kind of like scenario to level to defend myself. And I realized that okay, fine, I can try my best to get my retinue kind of gear, try to roll all resist, try to roll heat resist, rot resist, or physical resist, and you do all this and you realize that your DPS sucks because your character just can't do any, your retinue member or follower can't really do any damage. And but at least they survive. And the problem is that with all this kind of issue with the limited gear, with all this kind of like a limited socket, and they are not even strong to start with. Now, if you look at their skill tree, they may have like plus 200 life, plus 200 suppression, life drain here and there, but without that damage reduction, just like any other game, Last Epoch, Diablo 4, whatever it is, these followers of yours are not going to survive. And if they don't survive, means that you can't deal DPS and you have to risk your life trying to revive them. And that is where the crux of the problem is. The followers are just too damn weak. So if I were a developer, I would just look into this matter. I make sure that they are kind of more durable. Of course, you need to balance everything, but the Hierophant class on its own is not that strong anyway. So I think it's a pretty legit call for maybe allowing sockets for the retinue gear and so on. So yeah, that is my main problem with it. And the fact that it's fun to have 2 toolbar, right? Don't get me wrong. You can have 1 toolbar for the character, another toolbar to kind of like put your retinue member more to offensive, more to defensive, more to heal themselves and what have you. But the reality is this, right? It's a very complex class to play, and I'm realizing that I can actually do better once I'm getting more experience with the class. But know this, right? If there's any life-threatening event like a big explosion coming up, I will always save myself first before I tap and move on retinue member. And the problem with my retinue member is that they have no awareness of the danger in front of them, and they'll just walk through them to me. And very often than not, they'll just like, there's an explosion and they all die, right? Because I try to save them, but they can't be saved because there are 4 of them at different places, and there's a big explosion. I ask them to move. By the time I move myself and I move them, they're all dead, right? So that's another problem with this. And if I may rework the whole entire skill tree, I would say have an advantage to revive your members, be it as maybe a mass restoration every minute or so, just like World of Warcraft, you can have that, or a shorter revival time. Those will be the skill points I'm more than happy to invest my point in, because I know I can revive my team quite fast. I can bring back my team to life rather fast, be as 1 second per character to revive them, or the fact that I don't have to target them, I don't have to be near them. I can be at the back where they all die in front of the bosses, but I can still mass resurrect them at the back. You know what I mean? It's just like World of Warcraft, and I think that will make this class so much better than what it is now, which is more like a frustration, disappointment, what have you. But having said that, it is a very complex class to play. It's very unique in ARPG, and you have to work towards it. Sometimes it's okay to play the weakest class. It's still fun, and I'm still having fun, to be honest. And I'll do another review video once I get the hang of this class and gear it to the max. But right now, I'm having almost all the ancient at level 90 and above. So yeah, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments box below any question you may have, and I'm more than happy to answer that for you. See you next time. The Emperor protects. Bye.